If you want to race with us, there's a link in the description to join our Discord. Hope to see you on track. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the resurgence of the good old WTCC, a format that has been really popular on GTRC, and it had like 11 seasons or something. It's pretty much obnoxious, to be honest. And we're here on preseason testing, but despite being preseason testing, it actually offered good racing, so I'm here to record it. And plus Will asks that if I could do it, so here I am. No standings because it's preseason testing, and we're allowed to switch cars. The format is gonna change a bit. It's still gonna be 3 races, but there's gonna be a mandatory pit stop because we don't have enough fuel to finish the race. And the strategy gamble is gonna be actually taking tires or not, because depending on the car and your driving style, you're gonna be able to make the race without changing tires, or you'll be forced to do it. So in that regard, it's a strategic gamble that's gonna be key on some races, I can guarantee you that much. The cars allowed are the Mazda 3, the Audi TT, the Lexus RCF, the BMW M4, and the Genesis G70, and I hope that I didn't forget any. Not sure if there are gonna be more, because this is pre-season testing, but at least these 5 cars have proven to be more or less equal, at least on these tracks. So let's hope that during the season this thing stays similar. Without further ado, let's go to race 1, boys. After that intro, it's time to check who is in what place. And Battery gets pole position, followed real close by Will Sutters. I gotta say that this qualifying session, the maximum difference, I think it was 0.8 of a second. So good to see that these cars are more or less equal. And let's see if this is a bright future ahead. 3rd place for Cameron Hill. Good to see that he's really fast in these Group 4 cars. Similar to Serdaki on P4, Marriott on P5, P6 for Pineapple Juice, P7 for Adam the Handsome, P8 for Dominic Kowinski, and actually us on last. We suck at this, we were clearly getting carried by the Toyota. So with this obvious skill issue by myself clear, let's actually begin the race. And as always, great start on the first 2 races, and on the last one, rolling start. And let's actually do this. And Will Sutters, thanks to his rear-wheel drive, gets a better start than Butterbeck and instantly takes the lead. But now let's see if that Mazda can actually pull the meters that is lost at the traction zone. But doesn't seem like it. Will is definitely gonna cover it, but Butterbeck honestly looked like he was gonna go for it. And we have Serdaki has done a good start. We're taking Cameron, but Cameron gets it back around the outside and goes back into P3. The Pineapple users are looking feisty here, and we have Dominic Kowinski who has gained. He started 8th and now he's back to 6th. So good start from him. Marriott going for Adam. Adam survives the overtaking attempt. Dominic Kowinski gets a better exit than the Pineapple Juice. Let's see how these 2 friends actually do this really fast corner going out now. Oh, Dom and his cuddles begin. As Adam the Handsome tries to take advantage of the situation, but honestly, really risky move by himself. And goes a bit offline, and also almost collides to us. That actually scared us. We gain the place. But now we're going into the braking zone. Maybe trying to go for Dom, but his brakes are better. Marriott brakes on Jupiter, but actually, not sure if it works, because now it's gonna get a better exit. Not really, because now we're going to that chicane. So let's see, Adam really close to us. Will Sutters holding the lead, attention on that chicane. Cameron Hill is the first victim of that chicane, and it's causes Pine doesn't expect him, and actually is let's say the actual victim of this. God damn it! And this calamity allows Adam the Handsome to actually get the upper hand on us. And we try to fend off the move, but we cannot compete against Adam and gets a good round P6. He's doing his Pine impression right now, poor Pine, man. But let's see, the Will Sutters is still on the lead, and Cameron Hill trying to get the upper hand on Dominic. The BMW main strength, not sure if it's actually tire management. I would think it is. In theory it should be, but to be fair it's pretty heavy, so I'm not sure if actually it's weight, to be fair, counter it. Marriott uses his superior turn speed to get the upper hand on us, and works. Similar story to Cameron Hill and Dom, but I think Dom is still really close and still a menace to Cameron Hill.
So let's see, he definitely goes for a Serdak and loses his Mazda, and this honestly does not allow Dominic to make the move on Cameron. He's forced to back out of it, or else he was gonna crash into him. Oh yeah, it seems to probably hit the curb or something. Oh, loses the rear, but manages to recover it. Nicely managed though, I gotta say. Nicely managed. This allows Adam the Handsome to actually get a better exit than Dom, because Dom have to lift. Gets the upper hand on him, and good move to be honest. They see Marriott. Let's see Marriott. His Mazda should have a better straight line speed. He's already gaining. He's already gaining. Dominic going for Adam. The Lexus seems to have the good enough brakes to actually stop him. Adam leaves him enough gap. Good exit by Marriott, but gets blocked by Dom. But that block actually gives him too much speed, and he cannot turn the car. We're giving a second chance. Let's see that chicane. Cameron Hill this time manages to do it. Ducky, I think, is the biggest compromise here. Pine actually does the chicane good. He did it good before, but without lag. Marriott, let's see how he did this. Oh no, he was already ahead, my bad. Dom actually gets a better dead chicane, but yeah, the lack of straight line speed does not help his chances. It's actually Dom, I think, has better brakes, to be fair. Better rotation, but once that the power becomes a factor, it's just left in the dust. As we see Big gaining on Will. He has the fastest lap. Will is gonna cover this. There he goes. And now let's see if Big can do it there on the outside. That now becomes the inside. Nice move from Big. Gets the lead, but Will is not down and out. Now that power is a factor, the Mazda should gain some meters. Yeah, we can see it actually gaining despite Will having some slip. Remember, now slipstream is unreal. I don't think I mentioned that. Will strides around the outside. Big lives in the room. A nice move from Will using his superior traction. But now power is a factor. Let's see the Mazda. Nah, he actually prefers to build momentum. Will's exit now is going to be compromised because of that line, so it should be Big's place now. Will tries to block his momentum, but it's too late. Big gets back to place, and it's up to Big now. Let's see, the Dutch squad can actually get the move. Big doesn't trust Will, actually blocks the inside, my bad. But Will actually does a switchback and honestly works. He has the upper hand going on that chicane. The Mazda is pulling though, but has to back out of it. He actually puts 5th gear to already avoid the turbo lag. I gotta say that car is almost doing 2 bars of boost, despite VOP and stuff being a factor. Cameron Hill quietly, not losing a lot, to be honest, so he's definitely a contender on this. Yeah, trying to get a better momentum than Marriott, but one of the weaknesses of the G70 is the straights. So not happening, Chief. Not happening, Chief. Pine brakes on Jupiter, but honestly, he actually stops the car and gets the place on us. So nicely done from Pine. Despite that unlucky situation of that chicane, he actually, well, he's gaining places, man, proving that he has space on that Bazooki. Dominic Gominski once again doing an awesome death chicane. Oh, I think we saw a murder on that chicane. That chicane strikes another victim. Putting 7th gear already on them before you have to short shift it. It's a weird car in a way. Gets the place on Adam. Let's see now the Adam having an actual engine. And actually pull Dom, blocks his exit. So, but yeah, Lexus being the Lexus, shouldn't be enough to block. No, actually Adam is gonna help Dom. Don't know why, I don't think they have enough pace. Oh yeah, he's actually gonna boost him now to get the move. Actually lifts the brakes a bit. Loses a bit the rear. Dom also, but Dom still holds on. Despite the drawbacks, this is a little straight. Dom's biggest nightmare. And gets the place. Nicely done from Dom, but the question is, can he hold? Adam doesn't seem to be really comfortable with this car. It's a really heavy car. Yes, I said Cameron Hill being quiet, but still in the mix, man. He's still in the mix. Let's see what happens. No, Cameron Hill is really close. I wonder if he's actually gonna do it. No, he's actually gonna bump Butterbig just to make Will's life worse. And Butterbig's honestly gonna send it, trying it. Let's see if Cameron Hill can take advantage of this. Will try a switchback, but Cameron Hill did not allow it. And Butterbig takes the lead. Now Will should be focusing on that chicane, trying to get the upper run on the Mazda. He needs to get a good upper run though. Yeah, there he is, falling back to now take as much slipstream as he can. But I think he even done a worse that chicane than Cameron. So let's see what Cameron has to offer. Is he gonna go for him? No, he's actually gonna back out. He's gonna wait for the big straight now. But he has to take avoiding action. He didn't expect the Will to break out that early. But to be fair, he now has a really good exit. He should be able to go for Will now. Is he gonna? Is he gonna? No, he isn't. He's actually gonna bump him and help him. There we go. Really close to the fastest lap of the race. He was already before 147.1. The cars ahead are going on, with exception of this lap from Butterbig. He's doing a high 47. Will is going 48s. So I'll go to effort from Cameron Hill, and now Will gets the upper hand on Butterbig. I think on twisty nimble tracks the Mazda is gonna be a mess. The TT seems to be the cut in between these two, to be honest. He seems to have nice rotation, even though that tire wear is not helping him. But it's not worse than the Lexus though. So maybe the heaviness of the Lexus is actually a nerf on that behalf. See Butterbig now. Will now has gained some meters. They could be key. To be fair in this section, the Mazda doesn't seem to be a good car in terms of rotation. He seems to have a straight line speed and that's it. So a similar tire, well, I'm not sure if it's actually the driver. Will giving the slips into Cameron. He thinks that he's the less advantage, less menace. And Cameron Hill takes the place. But Butterbig seems to have got a better exit. And look at that Mazda pulling. I think Cameron should lift. Yeah, he lifts, but Butterbig doesn't have the good line, and Will Stars once again getting meters. Once more. So let's see, I would like to see what happened on that chicane on lap 2, but holy shit, they're not stopping. Now Cameron Hill going for Butterbig. This is Will's chance. I think he went deep though. Now Butterbig should have the better pull because of Mazda and he sacrificed the engine to get a better exit. But now he's boosting Cameron. Let's see Marriott on that chicane. And yeah, it was Marriott. It didn't look like it, but he hit it. And that honestly kills me and Ducky. I think Marriott got compromised, but not that much. Definitely me and Ducky are the ones that got killed. Nah, I'm just gonna go to the pits and cry. Yeah, the first pit stop begins. Should be a fast stop. We should take tires though, because we're pitting really early. Dominic Kuminski doesn't seem to be able to get away from Adam. And Pine is actually being the quiet MVP, being really close to that fastest lap. So despite everything that happened to him, don't count him out, because he has the pace of the leaders. Adam seems to have gone too deep, and he actually spins! He actually spins. Disaster for Adam, and those tires are not helping. Don't go to the pits. Don't go to the pit. Oh, penalty. Oh, he noticed. Because he's just gonna get a penalty. It's better to do a lap. Dominic Kuminski and Ducky go to the pits. I'm pretty far behind. I don't think I'm gonna get him. Yeah, Dom is not taking tires though. He's actually gonna risk it. He just took fuel and go. Ducky exiting the pits, but he gets a 3-second penalty because he cut the line. He also took tires like myself and actually have someone to at least race with. But Ducky now for some reason seems to be lifting. I don't understand this. I know it's pre-season, but he does the pause button and everything. And lets me pass for some reason. Oh no, now goes off the pause button. I think he said something like he wanted actually people to race with behind, but you got a 3-second penalty, man. I don't get it. The penalty just gonna destroy you. Your choice, I guess. I wonder where Dom is gonna get out, because he didn't took tires. So that's definitely gonna come back and bite him at the end. But let's see. Race seems pretty stabilized. Butterbig seems to have a lot of space, so he should definitely take tires. Cameron Hill, despite being in a similar scenario to Butterbig, doesn't seem to be losing that much against Will. Will's tires are way worse. Definitely that heavy Lexus is not helping him. Yeah, he's gonna go to the pits. I needed to lift just to avoid cutting the line. So let's see how strategy is gonna play here. Maybe Cameron is not gonna take tires. We're not sure. Will definitely needs to. I think the strength of the M4 may actually be tires. At least they don't seem to wear as much as Batterbig. Cameron Hill taking tires. Batterbig 2. Will 2. Pine also taking tires. Marriott 2. So let's see how they play out. Dom's strategy may actually put him in the lead though. Let's see. Is Will gonna block this? Yeah, he is. Dominic sees it coming and he's not now. Dominic Kaminski takes the lead. But he's on worn tires. So I don't think it's gonna last long. Ooh, Will driving that thing, snapping on him all over the place. And I think those snaps allowed Cameron to actually get a good launch. I think the TT and Cameron are proving to be good friends. Wouldn't be surprised if that's the car that Cameron is gonna go with. But remember, he did pole position. Maybe that car is more a qualifying car, at least on this track. But now there are less laps than before, so he definitely can pull the guns of that Mazda. And get some P5. I'm surprised that he took tires. It's the first race, so look, give him time, because I remember Tyler Davison never taking tires that car. But it was a while back, so I'm not sure. Thanks to Adam Hunt's mistake, we're actually gaining a place. Adam P8, unlucky because of that 3-second penalty, is on last. But don't count him out. Dominic, despite those tires, seems to be holding a bit. But yeah, remember, he has no straight line speed. And he has good suspension though. Oh, that thing. Doing his best. Will may actually have lifted too much, but that lift was actually good. Cameron Hill dies on the chicane again. That lift may have saved Will from actually going into Dom. I know Batterbig has a good view of Will's ass. So let's see how he plays this out. Dominic tries to counter Batterbig, but he's gonna have the... He has the worst turn line car versus the best turn line car, and his slipstream is gonna even be enough. I will see Batterbig getting more away. Dominic's strategy may have come back to bite him, because look at those tires. They are as bad as Will's tires were when he made the pit stop. So he's basically an uphill race for Dom now. But let's see how defensive moves he pulls. Mine again, quietly. Well, to be fair, Cameron made the mistake, but quietly. And also Marriott. Being quiet, holding Pine's pace. Oh, speaking of holding pace, Pine got an awful exit there. And this is Marriott's chance. Nah, he's actually lifting. He doesn't want to make it yet. They know that Cameron is one of the MVPs this race. He has the pace of the leader, so yeah, they may stay here. At the back, things seem stabilized, to be honest. Yeah, things seem to be stabilized. I think the only thing that could happen is Marriott and Pine, but Marriott doesn't seem to wanted to make the move. Yeah, he has to be in lift in this section. That wasn't actually to let Pine go. He actually needed to lift, or else he was gonna go off track. I wonder if he's gonna be able to make the move, because the Swift can break way later. Yeah, there we go. He does the send, but he goes too deep as expected. And now goes off track, and yeah. Good effort from Marriott though. Hindsight coming and playing his cars nicely. So let's see, Mazda versus Swift. The Swift, I think, should have a little bit of a punch, but not as much as the Mazda though. Yeah, and Marriott revving the nuts out of the car. He heated the limiter though, that could be key. We see that Mazda gaining and gaining. Is Pine gonna go defensive? No, he isn't. He's gonna trust Marriott. Marriott goes for the move and makes it work. He actually has the fastest lap, by the way. There's a sticky wicket. Maybe the Mazda, at least on this race, because the pit stop came a little bit later. Maybe the optimal thing with the Mazda is like pitting early. Because the Mazda doesn't seem to be a that good car on tires, because neither Marriott and Batterbig seem to... It's like at the early stages of the race, the car is actually a missile. Well, missile is actually good, but then, because of tire wear, it actually gets destroyed. It's a car that has potential, but his main weakness may be tires, because look at Marriott, like, rubbing the tires, trying to... And he barely got the corner done. So I'm not sure. Oh, shit! Cameron Hill has caught up to Dominic. Yeah, and this section is pretty much flat for the TT. I'm not sure for Dom because those tires are existing. And Cameron Hill makes the move. I don't think Dom can counter him, to be honest. Especially on a right corner. But Cameron Hill seems to have got an awful exit. Yeah, but now it's a straight. The TT is not the best. I don't think it's the best on straight. I think it's average and everything. I think it's a good all-rounder, to be honest. Oh, Dom tries to go from Cameron around the outside. But it doesn't work because he's that chicane and gets killed. And falls back to P6. Pine's favorite place. Pine got the place back on Marriott. I think that actually allowed him. Yeah, it was Dom's suicidal move, to be honest. To be fair, Marriott lost it. Maybe he got scared about Dominic's move. Or Dominic being there. The Pineapple Juice gets the place back. Let's see if Marriott can do the same. Remember, he has the fastest lap. I don't think that's a fluke. Let's see the cars going in first on top 2 if they can beat that lap time. Padre Big neither. So I think it's gonna be an actual fastest lap for Marriott. And now using the guns of the Mazda to get Pine again like on previous lap. Is Pine gonna go defensive? No, once again he trusts him. Trying to get the exit. But Marriott blocks him nicely. I think the Swift struggles on exit because once again, the Mazda got away. I'm not sure what to think, to be honest. So Pine seems to be struggling. Maybe the Swift is a car that is hard to make moves. At least against the Mazda it is. 148.2, 148.2. They're going on similar pace, but they keep overtaking each other. So, but to be fair, Marriott made that mistake on that chicane. So I think Marriott has the actual upper hand. Not sure at this stage of the race though, because at least before the Mazda tires came dead. As Cameron Hill makes a crucial mistake and loses all his momentum. And now he loses the podium, but remember he still has pace, so don't count him out. As Marriott fends off Pine nicely. Let's see that exit. Yeah, I think it's something similar. It's a turbocharged car. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a high depending turbocharged car, to be honest. Let's see now that chicane, how Marriott plays this out. Understeers a bit. Pine nails the that chicane. Cameron Hill once again dies of that chicane. I was checking the front because I saw Big like going close. Marriott gets the place on Pine. I guess Pine made a mistake or something. Oh yeah, he hit the wall and lost the exit. Okay. And now Marriott is gonna come and get him. Actually goes around the outside. To be fair, he has enough overrun, so let's see if Pine actually sends it. No, he doesn't. He doesn't need to though because Marriott broke too late. Marriott doesn't seem to still getting enough upper hands on the Mazda 3. I was gonna say M3. Well, I mean, technically you could call it M3. I mean, it's a Mazda 3, so let's see if the slipstream is actually a factor on the Swift because of his body shape. I mean, he's gaining at the end of stages, and to be fair, he can probably brake later. Yeah, there he goes. Tries to, but not enough. Marriott once again giving the throttle on that car. I see Battery going really close to Will. Let's see that, let's see that, let's see that. He's gaining, inching ahead, inching ahead, inching ahead. And he does an attempt. Not working though. He needs to build momentum, but I think that attempt is gonna compromise his momentum. There he goes, there he goes. I think Will has enough lead. I think Big is gonna do it, but it's a final lap. So he's actually gonna try it. What an effort! They make contact, but it actually works. Big takes the lead. That was a dive and a half. What a move from Big that could actually give him the race lead. Is all up to his dead chicane on the final corner. So lap to that chicane. Will I think nailed that chicane. Big needs to go defensive, That Lexus should have better exit than him. Not sure to be on the outside though, because now Will is gonna have the better run. But he actually does his good old dummy move and finds the inside line and takes the lead and blocks Big's exit. Let's see if that Mazda has enough pull to actually get the lead back. He's running out of meters. He's running out of meters. Will tries to get ahead of him. Just to block him, but it's not enough. And Will Sutters gets the lead. And also Pine and Marriott going on another photo finish race. But once again, the Mazda falls short. P5 for Cameron Hill, but don't count him out because my man has pace. P6 for Dominic. P7 for me. I'm on the pits for some reason. And P8 for Adam, that I think made us another spin. Yeah, we finished the race, and Adam on P8. Well, that was good old BTCC fashion, to be honest. There was action everywhere. I think I just made a huge... Yeah, 11 minutes of recording, 12 minutes now. Holy shit. That was great. But the fun never ends because it's now time for race 2. But let's go. And now boys, back to race 2. And because it's pre-season testing, we're allowed to change cars just to test things out. Some people change cars. The one who did it is Serdaki on P1. Let's see what I can do. Great opportunity for Adam Hans and also myself. We're starting at the front and our car should have good launches, especially mine and also Dominic's car. I don't know why it's in 5th gear. He knows things. Next race for Cameron Hill, one of the people that actually changed cars, changed the TT for the Mazda 3, is gonna give it a shot. Marriott, something similar to Cameron, sorry. I think, change his Mazda 3 for the Lexus. Gonna give it a try. Pine keeps the Batsuki, and Will keeps his Lexus. So, with this out of the way, let's actually do this. Let me check myself. No, better Dom, because Dom also, I know that M4 can have a great launch, as he proved it before. No better than the Genesis because it's 4-wheel drive. Adam seems to have got a good exit, a good start though. Let's see now Marriott with his straight line speed can counter this. Let's see Adam, we actually go defensive, round the inside. And we take the lead of the race. Maybe not. Oh, Dom actually tries to get a better exit than Adam, but doesn't work. We actually get the lead of the race. We may have a shot at this. But Adam was faster than us in previous race, so I'm not sure about that, Chief. Holy shit, they're going 50 wide here, what the fuck? That's why Will cannot get through, to be honest. They are doing a 50 wide here. As Marriott gets compromised by Cameron Hill, and Will takes the chance. And gets the place. Nicely done from Will. Let's see, Marriott can counter him, because now Will's line should be a bit compromised. Cameron Hill going a bit airborne. The one that's struggling a lot, I think, is Dom. He lost a lot for some reason. So Zaka cannot get by him. The one that's getting by is the Pineapple Juice. Starting second to last. Because Badger Big left. He just had other things to do. Serdaki forcing his way through. And Pine takes 2 by 1. And goes into the podium. And remember, he had the pace of the leader. So this could be Pine's golden opportunity, to be honest. He plays cars nicely. I don't see deaths on that chicane. I think we all survived it, at least this lap. There are still 11 laps, so plenty of chances to fuck it. And Dominic on the final moment goes for the move, but didn't realize that Cameron Hill was on his side. Cameron Hill tries to do a double, but I think he's just gonna compromise his exit. Will Sutters forces his way through. And I think he's actually gonna succeed getting the double. Not sure because now he's in Mazda 3 territory. I don't know why Duck is still on the grass. He has plenty of space. Duck can get out of the grass, please. Duck is still on the grass. He knows Sax is cooling off his tires. Cameron Hill gets a massive toe and tries to go around the outside of Will. Dominic risks it and takes the place. And Cameron Hill actually gets released from Dom's blocking. Let's see, because that Mazda doesn't seem to be... It's a car that has potential, but doesn't seem to be a car that is, you know, that anyone can drive it, to be honest. Cameron Hill also struggling in this section. That Mazda seems to have bad mid-speed rotation. Well, mid-speed, like, well, this car is technically high-speed corners. High-speed corners, that Mazda seems to struggle. Like on rotation. On slow speeds, I don't think it's the optimal car, but I think it has a shot. Especially on exits, look at that thing go! On corner exit, despite being front-wheel drive, that thing has pull. So let's see, no deaths on that chicane. Pine hits a bit the outside. Dom hits the outside. Well, hits the exit. It's the barrier. Will hit the limiter. That's gonna compromise a bit his extra speed. Daki trying to go on a 2-on-1. Backside of it. I think the lobby's lagging. But doesn't work. Let's see now getting the slipstream because... Oh, this could be Will's massive gain here because he has the slipstream with the fastest car on straights. And I'm the handsome getting the fastest lap. He's close, but not close enough to us. Let's see Will because around this final moment is actually gaining. Definitely tries to go for the move. Luckily his car doesn't bounce a lot. Oh, he bounces now, though, loses the rear. And Dominic gets the place back. And Ducky's gonna try it. He's gonna risk it on this corner though. Backside of it, but I think he's gonna bounce. No, he didn't. Luckily he didn't because that would definitely kill Will. What a risky move from Will, to be honest. Putting his whole trust on Ducky, and honestly, well, he defended up the place, so we can say it worked. Oh, the Mazda seems to also struggle over bumps, to be fair. Oh, he hit the pause button for some reason. Oh, he disconnected. No, if he has his 4 hazards, he just wanted to let Marriott by. He felt guilty for it. As Will goes for Dom. Dom brakes as late as he can. Just to block Will exit. Again, Will seems to struggle a lot on that corner exit, to be honest. His car seems to spin out a lot. We actually have the fastest lap, holy shit. 47.2, that's really good considering that I was doing 47.8 before. It's even better than my qualifying time. That was actually 47.8. I'm happy with myself. But mine really close to the fastest lap, doing 47.2s. The one that is not doing it is Adam Hans. But as long as he's consistent, he can still do a good job. He has even worse tire wear than me. I think the Lexus is by being rear-wheel drive. Dominic has similar tire wear to Will. I'm honestly surprised. I thought the M4 had better tire wear. Will goes for Dom and works, but now it compromises his exit because of the send, and Dom gets the place back. Dom is on the upper hand now. He shouldn't be able to make it. Let's see on that chicane. Oh, loses a bit in rear. Dom hits the outside wall, but actually that blocks Will. It could be a strat, to be honest. In a way, it could be. Let's see here, because Pine and Cameron are cutting up to us. I may have the fastest lap, but Cameron and Pine are only milliseconds behind it. So they definitely have the potential to improve, because I can guarantee you that I'm not going to improve that. Yeah, 47.4, 47.4, 47.0, 46.8! 46.8! Cameron is on the Giga Chat zone. And we see the first pit stop by Marriott. He's gonna try and do it in the other cut, to be fair. His tires are fucked. What the heck? That's the Lexus. Wow, that Lexus has awful tire management, to be honest. That looks a thing. Even though Will's Lexus looks way better, to be fair. We are still in the lead, despite what happened on previous race. At least proving that we can do something on this Genesis. I'm actually happy. And we're actually gonna go over the pits. That was the lead for. Wow, that was really close. Pine, Adam, and also Cameron Hill are gonna stand. The thing about the Genesis is you need to rev the nuts out of it. I'm surprised Dominic is pitting. To be fair, Will is also pitting. I think pit stops happen even sooner. I think Ducky made a mistake. He cannot go into the pit because he's gonna have a 3-second penalty. So I think it's actually worth it doing an extra lap. We take tires. Now we're refueling. Dom doesn't take tires. Will actually takes them. He's actually gonna risk it again. And we barely exit ahead of him. Thanks to actually having better acceleration we can, but holy shit. That was really close. I think Dom is gonna actually, well, I think no, Dom is definitely gonna try again. Extending his tires, even though I think it's a mistake. Alright. We got Adam the Handsome on the lead, but Pine is taking none of it. His tires look awesome, to be honest, Pine's tires. Look at Cameron Hill's tires. That's Swift, definitely. I have weaknesses, but tire management is definitely his main strength. And also fuel, because you have to short shift it. It doesn't matter, and also brakes. What the fuck? I think, yeah, it sucks on exits. Okay, that's the weakness. I think it sucks on exits. Pineapple Juice takes the lead and has a good chance here, to be fair, because he may not even need to take tires. It's lap 6 out of 11. They are more than halfway through the race. Oh, Cameron Hill again, that chicane being a struggle. To be fair, that Mata looks like a bit like a mess on that chicane, to be fair. Let's see if Sartaki's that chicane. Just to confirm it. Yeah, you see, it bounces at the end. The replay doesn't do it justice, but it's probably actually going airborne. Pineapple Juice actually going for the pits now. It's similar to Adam Hans. And Cameron Hale. I think everyone should pit now. Let's see. Pine doesn't take tires. Adam does. Cameron has to. And there we go. He exits and he has a decent gap, to be honest. Look at the gap. It's pretty big. We barely get ahead of Adam. And as we can see, Pine has a huge chance of doing this. He has a lot of gap. Dom's still holding on. Let's see what Adam can do. Cameron Hale, we have wheel stars here. Now Cameron Hale has some new tires, so if he can do some 46s, this is when the race comes back into him. He can do another 46 like he did before. And as he came from this, and Marriott overtakes Ducky. Let's see Pine, because tires are, well, they're not perfect, but I think they're in good enough condition. Let's see if we can actually gun it and push, because holy shit. I think I should have not changed tires, but I didn't know Pine was actually going to go for that strat. Let's see what Adam has to offer. I think Dom is still nailing this dead chicane, to be fair. Nicely done from him. Good to know that he's still gone. He still has some counters, despite all the drawbacks. I think I went deep there. Not sure if that's actually tactical to get the exit. So to be honest, the one that I think definitely went deep is Dom. That if his straight line speed was awful, his exit was even worse. And he's just gonna get passed by Adam, unless that he actually delays the braking enough. There we go. Dom loses the place. I think shifting is a mistake. Is he gonna actually go for it? Yes, he is! Oh, this is why Adam said, Dom, you're a whore. And that actually compromises his exit. He may not look like it, but it's optimally on 4th gear. This car has a weird power line. And Adam gets the place, and if he honestly holds it... Yeah, there he is. He doesn't trust him. Honestly, Dom has nothing to lose. Look what he has behind him. His tires are basically game over. So he needs to try everything. Maybe on these left-handers he has a better chance. Oh yeah, but now it's a right corner, so he's fucked. Yep, he's fucked. Oh my god, he's still not lifting. Dom, you're just gonna kill Adam. I know Adam was slack, that's definitely gonna happen. But this heck fight allows Cameron Hale, who is flying on the track, not even Will can get him. I love the little kitty at the back, but once again, that suspension on the Mazda seems to be a mess. And this allows them to go back on him. Cameron is forced to lift. Two cars cannot pass there, especially on this chicane. Cameron once again on these high-speed corners needs to lift. Good to know that the Mazda has drawbacks, because I was honestly scared of him. I wonder how the calendar is gonna look like. There's definitely gonna be bronze hat because it's wheel starters. Oh, Cameron Hill risks it and goes for Dom. To be fair, that's the side of the tire that Dom has destroyed, so honestly it makes sense. Will also goes for Dom. Dom is basically a sitting duck right now. Not sure if lifting and actually taking the slip is actually worth it. Put 7th gear on his BMW, but it's not gonna be enough. He's really far back. Little tap into Will. Luckily these cars are heavy, so they can tank the hit. Dom is still real close. I wonder if a desperate send is gonna happen. I mean, it's definitely on range, but I don't think his tires are gonna... Yeah, his tires are not gonna comply. Yeah, look at that difference. Tries to get the exit on the fucking limit. Alright, this actually be a good shot though. Yeah, but now... Oh my god, he even has slipstream. He cannot counter him. What the fuck? In this corner, he may be able to do something, but not on this one though. Oh, it's over. It's over. Will still goes a bit deep though. But nah, it's definitely over. Dom is down and out. Merritt's really far behind, so Dom should finish P6. Oh, that chicane takes another victim. Is Will gonna move? Of course he's gone. Oh, I hate him. Oh, I hate these GG's like GG moves. But he has the tire advantage. Oh, definitely has the tire advantage. I wonder if actually gonna be worth it. No, it's not gonna be worth it beating. Now you have to commit. Let's see how Adam plays this out because Cameron Hill is up on his ass and that exit is not gonna help his chances. Oh, Cameron is definitely gonna go for this. Why do I always confuse the names? And there he goes inside. And makes the mistake. Let's see if Adam can counter him using the better exit. They both put in new rubber. So on that behalf, they should be in similar conditions. Yeah, they actually are. On tires, they're pretty similar, both cars. I'm actually surprised. And Cameron Hill takes the place. But Adam's still close, so 47.5. Oh, he did another 46. I wonder if I'm actually in danger, because if he can keep doing 46s, should be. Oh no, he's lap 10 out of 11. I should be safe though. I should be safe. Adam is overdriving the thing, trying to give it everything. Dom just cannot hold. I think he's on puncture. I'm surprised we lifted, to be honest. He wants pictures to put on the Instagram account. That's what he wants. Once again, Dom, despite having a tire, is still doing the bench game better. Damn, they're risking. Yeah, I think this is proof that the Mazda hates bumps too. Final lap and things good, looking awesome for Pineapple Juice. He's doing 48.0, but after 47.6, I don't have the upper hand to get him. So let's see what happens. 48.3, 47.4. Cameron still lap time. Well, to be fair, I think this is the lap that overtook Adam. So not sure if he went deep though. I think the Mazda is a car that can do a golden lap time. I think it's a qualified car, the Mazda, to be honest. It's a car can do the golden lap time, but then it loses a lot. It's like it can be the fastest on a one lap, but it loses a lot. So good to know that the cars have drawbacks and weaknesses. I think in that way they're pretty balanced. Yeah, well, right to the rate of Dub. Dub is on puncture. Yeah, as you can see, he's not turning. He's not turning. Oh, he's definitely gonna get eaten by Marriott and Ducky. 3 seconds on one sector. So let's see. In this corner he can still do something, and this one has to brake. Well, to be fair, downforce maybe is a thing on this speed, so on this car, so good to know that Dominic is proving the point. Maybe he can hold, but it's gonna be really tight. Pineapple Juice, that's the king. Done with success. Ourselves are doing weird bounces, but we do it. Cameron Hill does it, but hits the wall, and this is gonna allow Adam to actually get him. Desperate final send, his final lap. I don't think it's gonna happen. No, Adam blocks him nicely. He's actually gonna risk it on the exit. They're gonna hold up for a finish as the Pineapple just wins the race, and we take a well P2. Is Adam gonna hold? Is Adam gonna hold? Is Adam? Adam holds on and takes P3. Great effort against Cameron Hill. Will Suarez got compromised a lot at the beginning, and that chicane mistake. Dom holds on despite having no tires, and takes P6. P7 for Mayor and P8 for Ducky. But now they're gonna start at the front, so let's see what happens. What a race win from the Pineapple Juice, though. Well deserved and well earned. Final race of the preseason testing, boys, and we got Sir Ducky on pole. Changed his car. He's now on the TTE, so let's see how this changes. The TTE seems to be a good all-rounder, so I think he's done a good choice. Dominic Kowinski changes car and actually picks the Genesis, save my good result before. I mean, it's a car that if you learn it, it can actually do something, so I'm actually happy with it. So good luck to Dom. Careful on that chicane with the suspension though. Third place for Will, being loyal to his good old Lexus. I remember he was really close of winning the final season of WTCC. Like more than a year ago with it, so he has a good memories from it. Cameron Hill also picking the Genesis, and plus he has experience with this car, so I think it's gonna be a menace. He definitely has the pace, at least he proved it with the other cars. So good luck to him. Aaron Hans still being loyal to the RCF, even though he doesn't like it because it's really heavy. So I wonder if he's actually gonna pick a different car for the actual season. We changed car, we actually give a chance to the M4. I think it's a car that if you if you play with your tires, you can actually do something, and it's actually his main strength, and also brakes, and the start. The other things are bloody awful, so let's see what we can do. And last place but not least, the pineapple juice, that he seems to be really competitive on this. So I'm actually scared, to be honest. I wonder what he can do on the Swift. So good luck to him, man. He's starting last, but don't cut him out. He has the pace of the leaders. So without further ado, let's actually go. I hit the wrong button, my bad. Let's see what Sir Ducky. The good thing of this format is that in case that you have like a lucky race or something happens to you not related to you, you now have a chance to actually counter yourself. So let's see now. The TT doesn't seem to have that. No, it's similar to the Genesis. Let's see what cars are gaining. Oh, the BMW is definitely awful on rolling starts. Van is destroying us. And gets the place. Yep, I don't even defend it. Hits the brake, goes a bit deep, but maybe not deep enough. And there he goes. P6 for Pun, his good old P6. Will Cyrus going for Dom, makes the move stick, and goes off-road. Oh! Yeah, the bouncy suspension not helping his chances too. Will Cyrus aggressively takes P2. And Cameron Hill sneakily takes P3. Remember, I'm actually really hyped for Cameron being on this car because he said he actually raced here with that car on a lead. So he definitely has experience. Oh, Dominic bouncing a bit. Yeah, medium speeds. The M4 can actually do something. I have no power, so I just have to stick behind Pine's ass. Taking as much as I can. Dom moves on the final moment. But Sir Ducky goes deep and actually loses the place to Will. Will takes the lead. We go on a 51 behind. And Cameron Hill tries to go also for Ducky. Bad mistake from Ducky. But let's see what we can do, honestly. Oh, Will has done an awful death chicane. I think he got compromised at the beginning. And Cameron Hill takes the lead. A lot of position changing. As Adam the Handsome does an awful death chicane and takes third place. Back on podium. Remember, he started really far behind. Wow, what a drift for myself. Sir Ducky now. That TT still has some guns, so not sure how good or bad Adam's exit was, but the fact that he's gaining a lot to Will thanks to Sir Ducky's help, I think it's proof that that TT can actually do something on straight. Maybe not be the meta, but can do something. Adam Hans, I remember this, his steering wheel comes off because his power source came up, but this causes chaos as Sir Ducky understeers into Pine and does a double kill, allowing us to get a lot of places. And Adam here tried to solve the problem. We actually gained P3 thanks to that. He's still trying to solve the problem because I think his power source came off of his steering wheel. He's still trying to take control of the the car. Yeah, still the AI driving. Sir Ducky does it easy around the outside. The AI is intentionally nerfed just to make sure that you don't gain advantage using the AI, basically. Will Cyrus really close to Cameron Hill. Spine and Dub are definitely down and out. And Adam Hans gets the control back of his car. But now remember that because it's pre-season testing, they're actually going to do a little safety car. Because what happened was basically Adam's wheel causing everything. Adam's wheel was the cause. Not everything in Sir Ducky's understeer was the thing that killed Pine and Dom. But it was basically the cause of all of this. So we're gonna go wait for each other. Willie's gonna have his fancy photo session. There we go. Now we're all bunched up and at the final stretch of the race. I love how because we're all in a chat group, we could actually talk about this. And basically organize ourselves some improvised organizing, to be honest, and it honestly worked pretty nicely. I thought that Cameron was actually gonna go, but to be fair, he doesn't have to go until he crosses the line. So I honestly get tricked here. Will being really close to Cameron. Doing a little bit of a Verstappen. Cameron Hill pulls now, and I honestly fall asleep. And because of no straight line speed and losing a lot of toe from Will, I'm just gonna get destroyed. Yep, there we go. Pine helping Adam. And this is so quietly how Pine gets 2 places with 1 move. See? There he goes. And remember, he has the pace of the leaders, so he's definitely a contender for the win despite everything. Because remember that if he does something similar to before, he doesn't have to take tires. Oh, as I actually remember this, I go too deep and actually spin. And this is actually me being down now, to be fair. As they take that. But Pine's, in these corners, the Swift seems to struggle though. Not sure if it was Pine actually skelettering. Maybe it was because it doesn't seem to be consistently bad there. It's not like the Mazda that actually needs to lift in that section. Yeah, Pine can brake so late, but now I told them that you can pretty much yeet that car, the throttle, because being four-wheel drive is not gonna oversteer on you. Dominic being Pine's biggest enemy right now. Oh, careful that chicane. Oh, I think that the chicane, luckily doesn't end badly. I think there was a mistake, and I think, not sure if it was Cameron. Let's actually check that, because I think it was Cameron. Yeah, Genesis moment for Cameron, as his car bounces all over the place. And Will gets compromised for it, and now Ducky's gonna get an easy P2. Ooh, for a moment, he actually thought going in this for a final moment. As Dominic tries to go for Pine, Hot does his good old little real tap. Second place, he's second place for Ducky. Let's see how fast is that TT on the straight though. Because Will should be able to counter it. Yeah, you can definitely counter it. The Genesis sucks on straights though, look how much they're gaining. 204, 220. 213, 230 almost, 230 now. So yeah, I think a TT is a good choice, to be honest. But that doesn't matter to Will as he gets the place on Ducky. What a move. Nicely executed. In here, Ray seems pretty stabilized. As Dom is the first car to go into the pits. The issue with the Genesis is that you have to run the nuts out of it. Because the power line is really stable from like, I think this car revs out at 7,000. But it's pretty stable in terms of power line, but you still have to rev it because it's turbocharged, so you need to shift as minimal time as possible. Dom once again, not taking tires. I think this time it should be better for him though, because the Genesis is not as much as a tire eater, by the looks of things. We're going on the finish line. Right now, Cameron is not pitting, but Ducky and Will are. Pine and Adam are staying out. We are also staying out. Dominic once again not taking tires, and that's the reason why he's ahead of Will. But now the massive tire difference is gonna be his drawback. And leaves just enough room for Dom to exist. And takes the place, honestly. Nicely done from Will. Going back again to the finish line. I don't think Cameron is gonna extend this more. He has no fuel. Neither Tom. Neither Adam. I think everyone is gonna pit. But Adam cuts the line. So that's gonna be a 3-second for Adam. Let's see where they exit though, because I think Cameron is gonna take tires, but Pine is not. And he already has a huge chance once again to actually get this done. Yeah, Pine is not taking tires, Cameron is. And he's already out. Maybe a good way of nerfing the Swift, in case that it needs a nerf, because I don't know actually. They will be taking... Well, no, you're in the similar scenario. The issue is the actual tire change. No, there's no way of nerfing it, to be honest. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, to be honest. Even though I wouldn't like doing a mid-season change, because that's like, oh yeah, you're too powerful, so fuck you. So I wouldn't like that. I think this is a league that benefits the Swift. At least on the race. On qualifying, I don't know still. I'm still throwing a lot of good things around the Swift, but I saw their cars at the TT that can do something similar. And also the M4, we didn't even took tires, so... And despite our spin, that we lost a massive amount of time, we're here with Cameron. Even though it's not realistic, because Cameron should be able to run away. Even though it's getting blocked by Dom. And Adam gets a massive 3-second penalty. He decided to do not take tires even, still. So, he's all up to Pine. I wonder if he can do something similar. To be fair, he has a decent gap though. And if he can do mid-high 47s, and maybe some 48s, Will shouldn't be able to get him, because Will doesn't have the fastest lap. We should be doing like 47.3s or something like that. At least that's what I theorize. What's not gonna do a 37.3 is Adam, definitely. Not only because of the tires, also because of this massive penalty. And that's how Cameron Hill gets the place. And Adam is actually, we're going side by side. He's actually gonna try holding me. Gives me just enough room. And now let's actually see how bad the M4 is, because Adam has a little bit of toe, but not much. And now we're gaining, but we have a massive toe, remember. I'm surprised that I shift to 7th. And there we go. And Dominic Kominski trying to do the impossible against Cameron Hill. To be fair, he compromises his exit. But I think he's compromising himself even more because Adam is on his ass. But to be fair, Dom can actually fight with us because all three of us didn't took tires. So this is an actual realistic scenario for Dom. As Adam makes the move on him, and we actually take the space that Adam gave us and try to take the move, but Dominic is definitely gonna hold it. Yeah, he is. Classic Dominic tap, luckily doesn't end badly, but that actual tap may actually allow him to get more on the inside and still be flat in this section. To be fair, I think the Genesis main strength is those kind of fast speed corners, to be honest. The M4 is not bad on that section either. And the TT, remember, has new tires, so yeah. But he breaks too deep. Once again, Ducky, be really optimistic. And let me check that because I think there was a tap there. And it's Dominic and Adam, so there was definitely going to be a tap. Oh, I love that every car literally says Team Spirit. And Pine is like, boys, we are in the Team Spirit. Moments ago, nah, Team Spirit will live forever, bitch. Don't give a fuck. I actually try to lift him, but I'm actually holding against the fucking Genesis because Dom's off full exit. Let's see the end of this lap. Oh, Dom, now the bounce begins. Oh, and I get compromised from it. This is gonna be Ducky's chance. Honestly, I'm surprised if I don't defend this. Maybe I actually don't wanna because I wanna get this slipstream. Let's see Adam on this. No, he's gonna give it all on the exit. And even with Dominic's slipstream, look at this, we cannot hold Ducky. And Ducky's also turbocharged car. We cannot hold him. Despite I know it's little slipstream, but it should give us a little edge. But it's not enough for to counter the TT. And Sir Ducky gets the place. To be fair, he should be able to get rid of these cars easily. Because our tires are getting worse and worse. And his are also getting worse, but not as bad. Oh shit, that was really risky from Dom staying on the outside there. Because the car on the inside could actually bounce. Little tap from it into Dom. But it's not gonna matter. Adam prefers to go over the grass instead of actually helping him. And we're going on a 3 wide. Remember, this is realistic positions. All 3 cars here have worn tires. So I should have the advantage here, to be honest. And yeah, I try to gain as much momentum as I can because I cannot get them on straight, so I have to take a wider line, and I know that they're fighting. Oh, Dom is definitely gonna send it. Again, the final moment in good old Dom fashion. Duck again going deep. But this time is not enough for us to get him. I love the fact that all 3 heavy cars are here. This is a great fight, though. Yeah, because Adam is here because of the penalty. I'm here because of the spin, and Dom is here because... well, that didn't help his car. I'm actually not sure why Dom's here. Oh yeah, I think he also got a 3 second. Now I don't remember, to be honest. Let's see those lap times. 47.84 point. 47.5 for Will. It's a similar scenario that I was in. Yeah, it said 47.3, so I wasn't that far. Well, to be fair, he did a 47.1. I have to pretty much send it. Yeah, there we go. This is what I was talking about. This is the good tire on Adam. Now that's the bad side. And I think that was the cause of that. Also, his non-existent tire is not helping the cause, but that's why I waited for him. Because what I'm gonna get, a P5? I don't think there's much difference between getting a P6. So yeah, it's a little tap. You could argue that it's not my fault, but I honestly felt guilty at the moment. I'm just gonna wait for him. And cause a yellow flag. And yeah, there we go. That could have ended massively worse. And yeah, balance has been restored, and we can go and kill each other again. See? Everybody's a winner. Yeah, Will cannot get Pine. That's a fact. Look at his tires, man. I think Will's tires are actually worse than Pine's. By the way. Oh my god, Adam has a tire, definitely. Yeah, I think the M4 is just way better than this. Of course, Adam sends it here, and of course I get compromised, and we all three die. As per usual. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. And I think that's pretty much the race. Thing is behind here. I'm actually gonna boost Adam because I want Dominic's lag to be worse. He actually waited for us, by the way. Of course he's gonna do that. I love that all three cars put Team Spirit. I said this before, that Pine said that Team Spirit was disbanded, but I don't give a shit. Team Spirit will live forever. Free to roam the stars. And we actually tried to make it a 3-wide, but Tom honestly does a fuck you. And does that on average dumb fashion. And yeah, as you can see, clearly my fault. Like clearly turning into Dominic. Yeah, definitely. We're very serious our fault, so I know we were fucking around at this point, but come on, man. I love the fact that Pine actually has better tires than Will. Oh my god. Cameron has definitely a tire. Yeah, here comes the understeer. Okay, that wasn't me actually. That was just Adam's tire doing his thing. And the pineapple juice gets a 2 out of 3, to be honest. And I'm really scared about this car. To be fair, this is Dragon Trail. It's a track, so maybe it's not gonna happen all the time, but I'm really scared about that Swift. And also that TT, to be honest. Will Siders finishes second, Cameron Hill on P3. Serdaki P4. Oh, I actually caught up to Dom. What the fuck? Send it. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy. Of course I'm gonna be a pussy. Yeah, I'm fucked. I'm fucked because I don't have the straight line. And the Genesis is an awful car on straights. I just think I gave a fuck at this point. Yeet. We did the same. Synchronized swimming, boys. Oh, damn it. And last but not least, Cameron Hill. That definitely... why do I always confuse them? Other hands, that definitely has a puncher. And well, I hope that exciting season happens. And don't forget to join us. I'll put the link in the description and a pinned comment. Just make sure that you don't watch the description. So join us there. And we'll make more numbers, more people, and more fun. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the track.